Hi there, listener. You're about to experience TADPOG. Tyler and Dave play old games, and there will be plenty of game talk, but also copious amounts of crude, off-color, offensive, and immature speech. So if you are of a rather sensitive humor constitution, we're just letting you know what you're in for with this show. It has games. It has jokes. You know, just games and jokes. Take the games, take the jokes, and have a good time.
Hello, Internet, and welcome to another TADPOG podcast. It is a show that happens twice a week where two old guys play, for the month of June, dad-based games.
Yeah, it's Dad Month.
I wouldn't say it's exactly an old game, so dad-based game.
Tyler and Dave play dad games.
Yeah.
That's how we roll in June, at least this June.
So today, Dave, your pick, and I'm glad you picked it.
Oh, good. I was not sure. I wasn't sure if you were glad or not.
I wasn't pleased with how my computer was behaving.
Yeah, that was a bummer.
The game itself.
Yeah.
Who's your daddy? And for anybody else, whenever we're recording this on like a Saturday, because we have a bumper week coming up,
which is weird for us. We normally do this on Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm all out of sorts right now.
Yeah.
Really. It's like it feels like a Sunday.
And on a Saturday afternoon at that.
I know.
We normally always record at night. But when you're hearing this, Jacob will be getting married. So this drops on the day Jacob and Galen will be taking their marital vows.
Yeah. So we're going to that. You're in the wedding.
Mm-hmm.
You're a participant. You're an active participant.
I am Jacob's best man.
I am just a dude in the crowd. I'm another face in the crowd. That's probably "What If God Was One of Us" lyric, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty sure that's what it's all about.
Yeah. I hope that gets played at the wedding. If I can make one request, it's that "If God Was One of Us."
Yeah.
Like that's their song, right?
I think that's while the Galen walks down the aisle, that's what it's going to be.
I think that's a good idea, personally.
Oh, because what was it? It was on Tosh.0, like trashiest weddings or something like that, and the bride was grinding down the aisle to some song about being the baddest bitch.
I'm pretty sure that's not "What If God Was One of Us." That goes, What if God was one of us?
Yeah.
We could you want to just sing that?
Just harmonize that for the whole...
Try to harmonize. we'll be all right.
Well, before that, I'm your bittered host, Tyler. And again, I don't have any notes.
Yeah, me neither.
Trying to think of a story, trying to think of anything humorous.
Sure. What you got? What you got, buddy?
I don't have shit.
I saw you look at the loot crate. We can do that again.
Yeah, I've already got that. We don't have any letters. No one sent anything in.
Yeah.
You
want to talk about shirts?
I guess we could talk about how neither one of us know our biological fathers.
Well, let's not get into that. Let's not.
Okay.
But we were both adopted by the same old man, and we lived on a ship in the Mediterranean together for 12 years before he sent us out into the wild.
Yeah, he gave us two halves of a best friend's necklace and said we'll find our way to each other again, and we had to start a podcast.
Which reminds me, I was thinking this morning, I was like, oh man, I haven't in a long time, for several months have gone by where I haven't asked Tyler if he'd like to renew the friendship contract.
We didn't even do that last year.
I know. So, I mean, officially we're not friends. Like on paper, legally we are not friends anymore.
It probably went to collections, friendship collections.
Yeah.
No, let's re-up it for another year.
Do you think that Jacob and Galen would be upset if right after their wedding we had a friendship ceremony?
Everybody's already here. It's nice. It'd be a waste. We'll give you $10.
Yeah,
and we can have a friendship.
Piggyback onto your thing here. I mean, it's a very lovely thing. I don't want to put it down.
We could do one with Jacob after that.
Yes.
We can have a triple friendship renewal ceremony.
And Josh will be there too.
Josh, you're right.
This is good.
Yeah.
This is good.
Yeah. And then we'll thank everybody for coming out to our friendship renewal.
Galen, I'm sorry. I realize that this whole wedding thing is really important to you.
Your day, quote unquote.
But you have to understand that this four-way friendship contract is, I mean, it's really, really important.
Marriage comes and goes, but a friendship contract,
it overshadows
that's forever.
all.
Yeah. Yeah. Really, did Jacob not tell you this was just kind of a farce to
To get us all together?
A multi-level like friendship renewal ceremony?
None of us really had the courage to arrange all these things.
We need a girl to plan it.
Yeah.
Well, no. Just Jacob, just go ahead and marry Galen, and like, we just won't tell her it's actually for friendship renewal. I hope as he like gets ready on Monday morning, he listens to this.
I know. I hope so too. It's funny. You were thinking you hope Jacob listens to it. I was thinking I hope Galen listens to it.
You don't want to listen to Dad Pod today.
Hey, sweetie, uninvite your fucking friends because they're awful people. That's what I hope that she's saying to Jacob.
Yeah, well, maybe.
She seems cooler than that, though.
Yeah, we can enter a tentative friendship. We'll do a friendship probation renewal with Galen. Like,
yeah. Well, that's a whole nother ball of wax, my friend. Male female friendship. That takes like 3 months processing.
Yeah, that's a lot more processing. A whole other 3 months of processing. Do you want to fuck her? No. If you say once, it's resets.
Yeah.
So you just have to keep saying no. Are you strictly just friends? Absolutely. You don't want to fuck her a little bit. Well, like a little bit. Damn it, they got me.
You're gone.
Start over. Can't do it.
Yeah. Every month you get an explanation of benefits that's mailed to you.
Cuddling, 3 erections per month.
Yeah.
Can happen. Other than that, then you cannot see each other.
Yeah. You can think about her. You know when.
I listened to a cracked podcast about how the United States is unique and baffling to outsiders because of male-female relationships.
Yes. I'm so glad that you listened to that because I listened to that too. And it's weird because it's very true. I talked to my creative director is from England. And he talks about having female friends frequently. And it kind of, the first time he mentioned it, it kind of, I wouldn't say it was weird to me, but it was just, it was noticed. It was like notable kind of deal where it's like, oh. But then again, I think about it and it's like, well, I have friends who are female, but they are for the most part, friends or wives of friends.
Yeah. Because like the friend zone isn't like a thing anywhere else. And what they were interviewing a woman who was talking about like, no, I just want to be friends. And every guy just gets super angry at her. Like, well, what are we doing? What the fuck was this about?
Yeah.
So I was like, oh man, yeah.
There's another, I don't even know why.
I can see getting sad, like, oh, I like you romantically, you don't want to reciprocate, but okay. I can see getting sad.
Yeah.
I can never imagine getting angry about it.
Really?
Like,
yeah.
Fine, fuck you then.
Yeah.
No, like, they don't like you, like, oh, well, that's unfortunate because I like you, but okay.
Yeah. So I guess the real thing there is, like, do you accept that friendship or do you, like, do you accept that friendship for, like, 100% what it is, or do you accept that friendship and you're like, well, maybe a couple of months or years down the road?
Yeah, because what? Because
that's the nerd trap.
Yeah, well, that was also what he presented as, like, he said, like, the interviewer said he always got the impression that girls would say that, like, basically, like, we're friends, but in their mind, they just think, no, this is my breaking case of emergency. Like, like that's not fair either. But
so, do you remember? Did they give a reason why it's like that here?
No, they didn't know why. It's just how it is.
Do you think?
I don't know if it's just the machismo that carries over, or just like,
I think we're also
religious expectations rooted in Puritanism.
Yeah, I think we're like more sexually repressed here in America than we are, which I don't think that our media would be indicative. It's not indicative of that because like I feel like our media is like overly sexualized, and I think that's a product of us having
being repressed. So that's why it's more attractive to buy, watch, everything else. Yeah, because we're repressed.
And I don't think that same. I mean, to some degree, I'm sure that exists, like in England, for example, in the UK. But I don't know. From all the British television I watch, I know a lot about.
From Fawlty Towers, I'm pretty sure. From Doctor Who,
I'm pretty sure they're more lax about sex than we are.
That's pretty good. That's an intro story.
What's up, internet? I am Dave. That was that was kind of an intro story.
Yeah, we're
That was
halfway
good.
there.
Yeah, we had some good talks. I am your bespectacled host, Dave, and I thought of all of you listening earlier this week. Well, something happened to me earlier this week. I run on Mondays, Wednesdays, and
Can
Fridays.
I clarify something I'm worried about real quick?
Yeah,
Because
please.
earlier I said that's not fair. I mean, it's not.
What's not fair?
The breaking case of emergency thing that he stated, like he felt girls. I'm not saying it's not fair that they do that. It's not fair that we make that generalization.
Oh yeah, I got
throw that out there.
Yeah,
so I was like, no, it sounded like I was like, that's not fair they do that.
Yeah,
No, generalization that's a thing.
we get it. You're sexist. We understand.
Yeah, incredibly.
We're not moving away from misogynist roots, are we? That we laid down pre-episode 100.
Some of my best sexual partners are women. I'm not sexist.
So I thought about everybody because I've been running Monday, Wednesdays, and Fridays after work, and I run like 3.1 miles, and
Why 0.1?
because that's a 5K. Like, yeah. It's weird because I haven't done a 5K race, so I don't know if they're exact. I don't know if they're like 3.1 or if they're like just this is a 3-mile race.
Yeah.
We're in America, just fucking deal with it.
The imperial system.
So I don't know. I do 3-1 in case because I eventually do want to run races. I don't think that I will do extremely well, but like I feel like it's like middle of the pack kind of deal for my age.
I want to dress you up like Johnny from Chrono Trigger.
Yeah, oh, that would be great. No, especially like the motorcycle bottom would be like really helpful, I feel like. You can totally do that as long as you go to all the races and proclaim how cool I am.
Yeah.
Will you
I'll
agree to that?
be your hype man, like another robot costume tooting around you. Johnny.
And then this evolves into a very elaborate thing where years down the road we just all dress up as the robots from Futurama.
Well, it's like that weird thing that it's not Reykjavik, but it's somewhere in Iceland, the Al Capone festival.
No, I don't know what you're talking about.
It's a real thing where these people they have, and it's grown every year. Now it's like a national holiday.
It's an Al
Capone Day. The whole city they dress up like
he's American, isn't
mobsters.
he?
Yeah, they don't really know. Like they idolize him. They
Yeah.
think like American gangster. Yeah, and they have like Al Capone look like contests and trivia and like Chicago style pizza and all these. There's a documentary about it.
Interesting.
Yeah.
So
Little things like that can spin off into big weird shit.
So it's kind of like how we are in America with like Guy Fawkes.
Yeah, exactly.
Where it's like, we have no idea what this is about, but I'll wear this mask.
V for Vendetta. So we could turn this into like the big Chrono Trigger race, like Chrono Trigger and Johnny, and then somebody comes up as Green Ambler and Cadillac and G.I. Jogger and Steel Runner. Yeah.
Man, let's put a pin in the Millennial Fair if you don't mind.
Fine.
But there is something that I do want to say about the Millennial Fair. So I've been running and I changed my route recently because it got really hot here because it's like it's summer here
It's been
now.
awful.
Like it is like. So now I'm running
100 degrees.
Yeah,
Fuck.
yeah, and it's like I'm going from like running in 70-degree weather, high 60s, low 70s to like consistently running in 90-degree weather. I've got a rule, and that is if the heat index is over 100, I don't run that day. Like I just skip that day because I just have visions of my crumpled body in the street as cars. You know how like. You know roadkill. Are you familiar with roadkill, Tyler?
Yeah.
That's what I envision every time the heat index is over 100. Just cars just going over my body, just flattening me out.
My dad made a lot of roadkill jokes. Little kid Tyler, a lot of times he would stop by roadkill, be like, "Get it up, that's supper." What? No, get out. I don't want to get out. Get out, get the shovel. It's in the trunk. Yeah.
So much of that, because my dad used to do that kind of stuff to me too. It's Dad Month here, so we can talk about our dads.
Yeah, it's true.
As an adult, I think about that stuff that you're talking about so many times where it's like, what would he have done if I'd have gotten out? Like, what would your dad have done if you'd gotten out and like grabbed it? I got it, Daddy. You're just like
super
peeling
fast. Yeah, just like really excitedly.
I know, and it's just like black jelly that you're pulling up off the ground.
And just start chucking it in the car as fast as you can.
Here, Daddy, I got it.
It's gonna be so good.
Yeah, nip that shit right in the bud. So I've been running in this hot weather, and I I don't know like what the proper runner's underwear is. I just run in whatever I wore to work that day.
I bought these Under Armour boxer briefs, black ones that I wore. Like, I need something that gets up in there high enough so my thighs don't chafe.
Yeah.
And then something non-cotton. Cotton is just it's the worst to run and sweat in cotton. So
yeah, I'm on the boxer brief train. I like that idea. I haven't tried Under Armour's. Maybe I should. Maybe
Gold Bond powder too. I had a Gold Bond between my legs.
I just found out about Gold Bond powder and what is that? I mean, Gold Bond's the brand, but what is that powder called? I guess just baby powder.
I don't know.
I just found out about it the other day. I run with my boss and he mentioned it, and I was like, "What's that?" He's like, "Well, you just put it on your balls and your thighs so that it doesn't chafe." I was like, "Oh, that's cool." I've never had.
Shaq does that shimmy to it. Have you seen that GIF of Shaq? Like, it's pretty ridiculous.
Did he do it for a commercial or something?
Yeah, for Gold Bond.
I've never had that problem, but I'm now that the weather's super hot,
pretty sure it's Gold Bond.
I might. So anyway, the point of why I'm talking about underwear and balls is because
it's TADPOG.
It's TADPOG. And on my route, I was probably like half a mile in, and my whole situation in my boxer briefs was getting out of control because it's super hot, and my balls are like, let's go ahead and like get as far as humanly possible.
Apache Chief expand.
So like I'm worried that I'm gonna have one like hanging out my shorts or something. So like, and then I feel like I gotta just
like a cracked egg running out of your shorts.
Yeah, exactly. I have to.
There's a soccer player in my senior yearbook.
Yeah.
Who you can see in the soccer photo, one of his balls is hanging out of his shorts.
Nice.
Yeah. Not intentional. He didn't realize until after he got it. He was like, "Oh, my balls hanging out of my shorts."
I'm a child pornographer.
Yeah.
Did he have it painted like a soccer ball?
That's what I mean. I think that's what they all do.
Yeah. And by painted, I mean tattooed. So I'm running and I have to readjust. Like I have to do it because it's like I've got 2.6 miles to go and I'm not going to do it with my balls flopping out of my underwear. So I reach in and I just get those puppies just
You
right
get
where they
in
need.
there. You get back.
I get them all settled. I nestle them up. And then I happen to notice that as I'm doing this, I am running next to a daycare. And so I look to my right. It's a daycare. It dawns on me that I'm running by a daycare with my hands in my shorts. That registers as hilarious to me. So now I'm running by a daycare with my hands in my shorts, laughing maniacally. And then I look in the window of the daycare.
Victim of crime.
And there is a woman who looks like the guy on the front of the oatmeal box. And it's like a total like Billy Madison, or I'm sorry, a Happy Gilmore moment where she's just shaking her head at me. So I thought of everybody listening when that happened to me. So I figured that I would share that. I still run that route. Because it's the route.
Don't let them rule you. Don't let the terrorists win.
That route has the most shade, man. So I'm going that way. Sorry. If you don't want to see me sticking my hand down my shorts, then don't look. You're welcome to not look at that.
Cut down some of those trees and I won't come that way.
Yeah, exactly.
You want to unpin the Millennial Fair? What did you have to say about that?
Millennial Fair. So there is a podcast out there, which Tyler, I know you're familiar with. We talked about this before we started recording, called Hops and Heroes.
There's Millennial Faircast. That sounds awesome.
It's hosted by G.I. Jogger and Steel Runner. Cadillac is the sound engineer.
That'd be a good 10-episode novelty podcast.
And by 10 episode, you mean one episode.
Yeah.
So how'd the race go today? Well, Green Ambler won.
Today's special guest, we have Gatto. He has metal joints.
The Millennial Fair reminded me of the Gold Saucer, which I have been playing, which is in Final Fantasy XIV, which I have been playing a lot. And I wasn't really even interested in the Gold Saucer until I heard Drew talking about it on Hops and Heroes. So I was 35 minutes late to this recording today because I kept playing the Monster Toss game at the Gold Saucer. So the Gold Saucer is very much like the Gold Saucer in Final Fantasy VII, but it's got this like millennial fair aspect to it.
It's such a good idea to put an MMO
Because
God,
like
that's such a
events
good
are
idea.
going constantly, and it's like not only that, but there's all these like small events that you can do, and it reminded me of Chrono Trigger, the Millennial Fair, because my game was always that test your strength game, and what I would do is I would run to the race that we're talking about, GI Jog or Cadillac and all that. I'd place my bet, then sprint all the way back to the test your strength. Do that until I saw the last runner coming around the bend. I'd run back, collect my winnings from the race, or just bet on somebody new, and then just rinse and repeat. And that's totally what I'm doing in the Gold Saucer. It's like I cannot leave that place because it's like, I mean, it's impossible for me to stop playing this stupid basketball game. It's like, it's the thing like in showbiz, you know, what do you call it? Hot hoops or whatever?
Yeah.
It's that shit. And it's just like, it's set up where, you know, the golf video games where they've got that bar on the side and it's got the little
sweet
dot
spot
that goes
you need
up
to
and
hit.
down. Yeah, and you got to hit the sweet spot, and like that's what you have to do. But like it like hits all of my pleasure receptors because it's like 30 seconds long. Each game's 30 seconds long.
You've always said you'd play basketball if each quarter was 30 seconds.
I did. You know me. If I could play a basketball game where it's cut into 32 portions and each portion's 30 seconds, that would be great. So the short of it is that I am addicted to the Gold Saucer now. That's it.
Admitting it's the first step.
That's it. And t-shirts, I want to talk about that too.
Yeah.
I want to talk about that.
Yeah, please
because,
do.
We've had some people mention t-shirts to us recently, which is, and also in the past, long ago in the past, people have mentioned t-shirts to us. And it's one of those things where I put it off for a really long time, but I'm on it now. I've said that before too, but I promise I'm on it.
Yeah, oh no. Once you say that you're on it, not like probably or...
Yeah.
Then once you commit to something, then I know you're gonna you follow through.
If I take the words out, like probably will, or I'm going to try to. Yeah, I'm committed to it. So
Jacob is the exact same way.
yeah, well, he's a good guy. I'm glad that we're gonna renew our friendship contract.
Yeah.
And tomorrow or 2 days. So yes, I've got samples ordered. Like the design is done. We've proofed it out. I think it looks sweet. Once the samples come in, if we like it, if we check off, because I don't want to sell shitty shirts.
Yeah.
Like that's the last thing I want to do is like sell shitty shirts. Because what's the point in doing shirts if they're like gonna fall apart, or if it's like some kind of like stupid iron-on thing, you know? Like I want this to be a good fucking shirt. Because we're TADPOG. You know how we're TADPOG. We do shirts right. That's our new motto. So I wanted to just mention it because a few people have been asking about it recently, which is cool because that tells me that maybe we'll actually sell a few of them.
People still interested in that. So
so keep a lookout for that. Of course, we'll announce it when they're ready, and I'm not going to be able to not talk about the samples when they come in because I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
I think those are due in like before July. So hopefully you'll hear from us about it before then.
yeah, Dave, do you hear that?
Yeah, I do hear that. It sounds like a 30-second basketball quarter. What would that sound like?
All right, count to 30.
Okay, I've got it. Oh wait, hold on. Stopwatch. This is great. This is great
This is
podcasting.
great. This is great
okay.
podcasting.
Okay, go.
Dribble.
I always say
That's
dribble.
what I say when I dribble the ball.
When I dribble a basketball.
Dribble.
Oh God, you gotta hurry
I
up.
have to take a shot.
Halfway point.
Missed. Fuck. Okay, run back to the other side. Run back.
Are you playing by yourself?
Yep. Full court by myself.
Full court 1-on-0 basketball.
Oh, it's the buzzer.
You did really good. That was 30 seconds. You did. Were you counting in
No,
the back of your
I
mind?
guessed.
You just like your clock is just on it.
Or I could have done the last time I played basketball with Josh. which lasted approximately 5 seconds before he was like, no. He just went and sat down.
That's weird. I would have expected Josh to like hang in there.
I don't know if he just faked being like super exhausted 5 seconds in. Just be like, I don't want to play basketball. I'm going to act like I can walk for more than 5 seconds.
Tyler, I think I need to make something clear to you. I would never fake with you.
Thank you. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's silly. It's silly.
It is.
If you fake, I'm going to just perform. I'm going to keep performing
I know.
shittily.
I know. You need to
it needs
know.
to be real.
You need to know. Yeah.
If it can't happen for you, that's fine. It just doesn't happen. It doesn't always have to happen.
It happens for
men's bodies are like that. It doesn't always have to happen.
Yeah, it happens differently for different Daves. So, I mean, it just makes sense. Some Daves like other things, and some Daves like more traditional things. Of course, I do hear that 30-second basketball quarter, which of course ushers in a segment that we like to call Dave Reads from Wikipedia. So, Tyler, Who's Your Daddy does not have a Wikipedia entry dedicated to itself. However, there is a great, super great Wikipedia entry on just the term "Who's Your Daddy?" Under that search, there is a subsection which says video games. Here's what I've got in video games, Tyler.
Okay.
Who's Your Daddy is the title of an online multiplayer game currently gaining traction in the indie gaming community. Players take either the role of a father rapidly baby-proofing his house until his wife gets home, or the role of a baby vehemently trying to kill itself. The game reached full funding on its Kickstarter page on October 14th, 2015. That was my birthday, I'll have you know. And was released December 23rd, 2015. That's all I wanted for my birthday was for this game to get funded.
And
it happened. Also under video games, in the computer game, Tyler, Warcraft 3 by Blizzard Entertainment, players may enter the cheat code, Who's Your Daddy, which causes their army to become invulnerable and instantly kill enemies. So that's probably where this developer got the name for their video game.
Probably.
I'm willing to bet. Tyler.
Yes.
Who's Your Daddy? I'm not done yet. I'm not done.
I know.
I'm like the Wikipedia pit bull. When I get my teeth in, I'm not letting go. Who's Your Daddy is a slang expression. In one use, takes the form of a rhetorical question. It is commonly used as a boastful claim of dominance over the intended listener. The phrase itself stands out as a noteworthy lyric from the 1968 song Time of the Season by the Zombies. Are you familiar with that song?
Not at all.
If you heard it, I bet you would know it. What's your name? Who's your daddy?
Nope.
Who's your daddy? And there's a backup singer. You haven't heard this?
Nope.
Is he rich like me? You've heard this.
No, I have not.
You've heard this.
I have not.
The lyrics in that
I
song.
I appreciate your singing, though. It was good, but I have not heard it.
Thank you. I've considered starting my own solo career where I just podcast a song each month. What do you think?
Pretty good. Pretty good.
And then once I have 12 of those podcast
anti-song
episodes,
exploder.
Yeah, song imploder is what we'll call it. And then I will release a 12-track album with it's just me singing songs, with no instruments or nothing. It's just me.
Dave
unplugged. Dave unplugged.
Dave Appella. It's just Dave.
Dave Appella. That is really good. I like that. So the lyrics in the Zombies song, Tyler, however, refers to the person's literal father, as evidenced by the following lines, which question her upbringing. So that's where we get it. That's where we get it. I'll have a link to that in the show notes.
Yeah, sure, you should.
To that song. That way you can listen to Time of the Season.
Okay, I will.
It's a good song, Tyler. I think you should be familiar with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know American Pie. I've heard that song.
Yeah. Have you heard actually
is that
American?
like that?
No, it's not. It's different.
Oh,
yeah,
damn.
it's different. This
by
is
Don McLean.
Something Don Knotts.
Don Knotts. Yeah.
Don Knotts singing all the classics. I wonder what that would sound like. It's your turn to
I think you said a little something like this.
While Tyler prepares, I'd like to talk about airplane food for the next 15 minutes.
But Bye, Miss America, bye.
You did it. I didn't expect that. You did it. I like it. I appreciate it. Can you believe that people want to buy shirts? This is the kind of shit that we just shovel out, and people are like, "Man, I really got to get a shirt for these guys."
You guys like video games? Here's a Barney Fife impression.
How long have we been recording?
30 minutes.
Hey, you guys like video games? Clearly, the hosts of the show do not.
It's a third over. We haven't even talked about the game yet.
Okay, you want to talk about the game then?
Sure.
Not really, right? So we played this game together, which hasn't happened for a long
time.
And I didn't think it was going to happen because
Yeah.
I didn't think when I asked if you wanted to play, you said your answer was like positive, but like I read it as he said sure. This might not happen.
Said sure, like dot sure. That would have been something.
Yeah, I totally did like some I
Or
read
dot. That's fine.
whatever. Sure, I guess. These are all like things that you don't want to hear. So like I tried to read into it. I was like, he said sure. He didn't use any punctuation. So maybe he's truly neutral on this. Because if you had said sure with a period, I would have been like, he's not feeling this. But your laptop, the short story is your laptop died twice while we were playing it.
It overheated. Like it just the graphics were too taxing for my laptop.
We streamed a little bit of it. It was a surprise to you that I was streaming, so like your audio didn't work or anything.
Yeah, I had you on my phone sitting beside my laptop.
Because you accidentally Facebook called me, and I was like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Let's do it.
And then I could tell I couldn't. Okay, so it seemed like when I told you I'm streaming this, like you kind of changed a little bit because like
I was like, oh, really?
yeah, and then like your posture changed and stuff, and I wanted to be like they can't see you, but at the same time I wanted you to be a little worried that maybe they could see you. So we need to do that. I had fun. We need to do that.
It was good.
more.
It was really good.
But I will tell you that this game was fun because I was playing it with you. I played a little bit of online Who's Your Daddy with random people on the internet, and it wasn't as fun.
I can't imagine it be. I think I played one game where the guy just like was the baby, jumped up and down in his crib until suddenly like your baby is gone. Like, okay.
Yeah. So, okay. So in this game, it's a strictly two-player game. One person plays the dad. The other person plays the baby. The baby's goal is to kill itself. So that's important to note.
That's all babies are essentially trying to do that.
Exactly. I can tell that this game was designed and developed by someone who is a new dad, probably, who was like, oh, yeah, my baby's constantly just drinking paint and dousing itself in gasoline.
And I can't do anything unless my wife's around. So
Exactly. So that's the other side of it. Is you play the other person plays the daddy, who has to make sure that the baby doesn't kill himself. So right off the bat, I feel like this is a really unique concept that I've never seen in a video game before. It's all first person. It's all done in the Unity engine, and it all looks pretty horrible.
Yeah.
Like it's 3D modeled, but like there's not a whole lot of polish to it.
It's pretty glitchy.
It is. Oh man, I experienced some really nasty glitches in the game, like graphical and just mechanical glitches too.
Yeah.
There was a game I played where I was playing the daddy, and I was like, well, I better open the cabinet under the sink in the bathroom to get rid of all this poison. And as I opened the cabinet, I got shunted back into the bathroom drywall, and I was just stuck there for the rest of the game. And there's chat in the game, and I just opened the chat. I was like, I'm stuck in the wall. Go kill yourself. I can't do anything about it. And so what the baby did, like the other person came into the bathroom where I'm stuck on the wall. I can see him. And the baby just goes into the shower and drowns itself. While I have to sit there and watch.
Ooh. But let's see, it is so much harder to win as the dad.
Yeah.
The several times we played, I think I won once as the dad. Because, like, the pool out back,
it's too easy for the baby to die in the pool. And, like, because every time I played as the baby, I wanted to I knew how to win. It's to drown yourself in the pool. Like that's that's like a guaranteed win.
I assume like the pool skimmer can get you out, but like I jump in there, you can't like pick up the baby, you can't take them out of the water.
Right.
Get in the water, it's game over.
There is a baby restrainer, which is like, those robot arms, those extending robot arms that you can buy at Cracker Barrel. You know what I'm talking about, where it's like got this little...
The 2 suction cups on either end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one of those. It's like
a man catcher.
Exactly. Yeah. I'm so glad you said man catcher. It's like a baby-sized man catcher. That's like the only thing I could find in the game that you can actually pick the baby up with. But it breaks after a certain amount of time. Yeah. Like it'll hold the baby for, I don't know, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, and then it breaks and you can't use it again. There is a pool skimmer, but I could never catch a baby with it. Like when I was playing as the daddy and the baby would go to the pool, I would just try to get it with the pool skimmer and like it would be touching the baby. Here's how I know it would be touching the baby. One time the baby took it away from me. It's like I'm trying to fish him out of the pool and the baby just grabs it and now he's got it and now he's hitting me with it.
I mean, I didn't see how to lock the back door either. Like I find cabinet locks and I was able to, because like you can move like in the hall closet, there's bleach, soap, window cleaner. You can move that on the top shelf. It's fine. But I can't pick up all the batteries that are under the sink.
No, it's impossible.
So you have to lock that cabinet.
Oh, is that what you're supposed to do?
So like randomly dispersed are the outlet covers, and then cabinet locks.
And there's some other things that are randomly dispersed, like the baby restrainer. There's also a like taser that I found behind the couch one time, which I guess just shocks the baby. And I found another like Nerf gun, like some kind of ball blaster is what it's called.
Too, yeah.
And they all just kind of spawn in random locations.
There's also pills. There are plenty of pills.
Pills, yes. And pills are super important because that's how you cure a baby's poison.
That's what you gave me because I was able to get up and right before I drank the gasoline, you moved the gasoline container. I was like, oh shit. So I crawled in and like...
You drank all that paint.
I drank all the paint.
All the paint.
All the paint. That baby drank 4 cans of paint. And I was like, yeah. And then like, Daddy gave you a pill. I was like, oh shit. So just walk around. Oh, batteries. Just 8, 10 batteries.
Like 10 D-cell batteries. You just ate them. So, and it's terrifying for like me because it's like I can view, as the daddy, I could view your health as a percentage. And it's like when you drank that paint, it was just like your percentage just rapidly going from 100 to like, oh shit, it's like rapidly decreasing. Let me give him this pill. Not thinking that you just poison yourself again.
Yeah.
It's so hard to play the daddy.
Yeah, it is.
It is so hard. I played, and it's like when I played the daddy, like I would inadvertently fuck up. I played a game with a rando after your laptop crashed where I was playing the daddy and I found a hammer and I'd never found the hammer before. And it was like at baby level. And I was like, oh God, I don't want the baby to get a hammer. That's just a recipe for disaster. And I go to set it down on the table, which is a glass table, and the table fucking shatters into shards. And what does the baby do? Sprints for the shards, touches it, dies immediately.
Because what was it? And then like if I'd find a fork or a knife, electrical socket, dead immediately.
Oh man, you got me with that so many fucking times. Because I didn't even know that. I mean, clearly I know that you're not supposed to put like flatware in an outlet. Should I cover all the outlets in my house for Henry, or
no? Just keep forks away from him. I think that's all you really need to
do. So the other, did you ever get the car to work?
I think as the dad, I found the keys one time, but as the baby, I never could find the keys to.
Dude, it is satisfying. It is satisfying because it doesn't work the way you think it would.
Yeah.
Because as the baby, in order to kill yourself in the car, you have to find the keys to the car. You have to go to the car, open the door, climb in. You have to use the keys on the ignition. Then you have to turn the emergency brake off. Then you have to shift the gear. Then you have to get to the floorboard and press the pedal. So this is all in the garage. What you would think would happen is the car would move. No, you just explode inside the car. That's all that, like, the baby turns completely like charcoal black and then like rattles around inside the car. Like, that's the level of graphics we're doing.
I know you can die inside the dryer too. Because I tried doing that. I climbed in the dryer, but I was like, oh, I have to turn it on. That's up there. How the fuck am I supposed to get up there?
And the baby can kill itself in the oven too, but I never got that to work.
I saw you get in the oven, yeah. Because there was like one room I tried to like block you in with just stuff.
Yeah.
And then you slowly like climbed up and then it's like you were gone out the air vents.
I know. Discovering that air vent in the baby's room was the best thing ever, because like playing as the baby against people online is amazing, because it's like I can just jump right out of the crib, jump on the chair that's in the baby's room. From that chair, jump to a floating shelf on the wall, jump to a higher floating shelf on the wall, slip into the air vents, and then I wind up in the closet, which leads downstairs, and I can go to the garage immediately. Mm-hmm. And it's hilarious to me because like I can hear the daddy like just running around the house. He has no idea where I am. So I just hear upstairs, doom, 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 doom. And that gives me enough time to like, okay, get the key to the car. All right, open the door it gives me the time to kill myself in the car.
That's the only way you can get up to like a level where you could turn the dryer on and then get into it, or turn the oven on and then get into it.
You got to have a lead, yeah. And I think it would be interesting if the air vent shortcut was also randomized. Like the things that the dad gets is randomized, because like it is so hard to play as the dad. It is so hard to win as the dad.
Yeah.
Glitches aside, I encountered I thought all of the graphical glitches were hilarious.
Yeah.
Because this game does not look great to begin with, and I don't think that's a detriment to the game. I think it is a plus to the game. It's almost where it's like when you're watching a cartoon and the animation is so crude that it makes it better somehow. Kind of like Dr. Katz, where it's like squiggle vision, where it's like, oh God, this is headache inducing for the first 8 minutes you watch of an episode. And then it's like, you get used to it. And it's like, yeah, this is just a thing. This is just this style of this cartoon. Who's your daddy?
Did you ever have one of those squiggle pens?
No, I did not have the kind of the battery that vibrates.
Yeah, like I remember because I had a multicolor vibrating pen, but it took like 4 AA batteries in the top, so it was super top heavy. I turned it on, it was just like, like you could not just like a little squiggle, like you just could not write with it.
It took like 4 of them before I could even feel them in my butt.
Our butt squiggly pens. Okay.
That's a thing. That's got to be a thing.
But, I mean, what we played in this, I wish it was easier to be the dad, but what did you know there are chores you can do to give the dad an advantage?
No. What are the chores?
Let me pull some up. I know, let's see. Bat Dad. Put a battery in the smoke detector and put all the toys in the toy box. And then you can see their baby through walls.
Oh.
The peekaboo power up. Put all the toys in the toy box or put all the clothes away. I don't know if that is for the baby or the dad, but whoever does it is invisible.
Huh.
And then there's cooking food on the stove. So if you take raw meat out of the fridge, take the frying pan out of the sink, cook the meat on the stove, you feed it to the baby, they heal twice as much. So you can keep them alive with it.
Well, these are all things that I wish I had known when I played the game.
Let's see.
Are there more? There more?
I'm trying to look through the Steam because I didn't know until I looked up the Steam big list. Mama's Sense, put a battery in the smoke detector. No, wait a minute. I already see that. Oh, that ability to see through walls is called Mama's Sense. Okay. I think that's just, I'm only seeing just those 4.
What did you think of the music?
Or wash the baby, wet the soap, and use on the baby from the bathroom is apparently a thing.
What's it give
I don't
you?
know what it does.
Just makes the baby clean.
Clean baby. Yeah. That's all I see on that.
What'd you
Put
think?
the pills in the microwave and microwave it for 20 seconds. The pill will turn green, and the dad can eat it and get the ability to eat consumables.
To eat babies.
Yeah. So I guess that's a thing, maybe, or unless someone's making... No one go on the internet and just tell lies, so clearly that's true.
What'd you think of the music?
I don't think I even played with the music on.
Oh shit! It's horrible. It's like polka music, but with kazoos. It is like it gets irritating. But my favorite thing about the music is there are no lyrics up until near the end of the game. You hear these like crazy vocals are like, "Mommy's coming home." It's like rockapella just shows up out of nowhere and then just like introduces mommy who's coming home, which means the game's almost over. Like if you're the baby and you hear that and you're not dead yet, you better fucking kill yourself pretty quick. If you're the daddy, it's like, all right, sweet, just gotta wait a little bit longer, run out the clock.
And I assume there's a lawnmower death because there's a shed by the pool that's
locked.
Yeah.
Is that what the baby? I found an item called the baby's key. I don't know what that's all about.
I thought that was for the car. You have to check to find car keys?
No, there's a car key that you use on the car. I don't know. I couldn't figure out what the baby's keys were for.
Okay.
I don't know. Maybe that's the baby's shed in the backyard. No dads allowed.
Because that would be pretty good if there to be a lawnmower death. Like you go in there and turn the lawnmower on and they crawl underneath it. That would make sense.
I wish I could figure out what to do as the baby once I'm covered in gasoline.
Horrible story?
I would love to hear a horrible story. A horrible story.
A guy that my dad went to school with
is a baby.
He's always been a baby. He never grew out of it. His dad was mowing the yard one day.
Oh no!
And after it had rained.
Yeah.
And like his mom told him to go get his dad for something. So he was running toward his dad, the lawnmower, and he slipped on the wet grass and slid foot first into the lawnmower.
Yeah.
He only lost his foot, but yeah, I can't think of a few things just, oh man, after that, because my dad has always been hypersensitive about me getting anywhere close to him on the lawnmower or when the car is going.
Yeah.
The worst spanking I ever got, I got a switching for it.
I lost a foot.
My
dad cut my foot off because I got
tied it with floss and just super tight and just waited for it to fall off. No, I got the one time I got switched was running really close to the car as it was driving down the driveway because I was trying to tell my mom something. Dad saw it. It's like, that's how you get sucked up under the car and you die. So he like pick a switch. Whoa, that was bad.
Like another child that they switch you out with for the day?
Pick another one.
Pick your replacement. Sub someone in. You're in the penalty box. I know that's not how it works in hockey, but it's how it works here.
Go find a bag, kid. We're gonna switch. But yeah, that's an awful story since you just talked about lawnmower deaths. So there you go.
That's perfect.
There you go.
Did you ever almost drown, Tyler?
One time I got in the pool and that was it. Oh, talk about the baby. No, me drowning.
No, you specifically. How close have you been to drowning?
No, when I pulled that bird bath on my head, I guess, but that was more of a concussion. I don't think I've ever like.
I thought you were
swimming
gonna
lessons
die.
from a very early age, so like I don't think I've ever been in any sort of a pool accident. Never had CPR or anything like that.
I thought you were gonna die at the rock quarry when you jumped in and busted your face open.
Yeah.
Because like whenever you jump off whenever
don't pinch your nose closed. Just jump.
You tore up your face.
Yeah.
A week before you went.
The day before.
Yeah. Yeah. So whenever I jump off the rock quarry into the lake, I always worry that I'm going to drown because gravity kicks in and you go really far under the water and it takes a good couple seconds before you come back
out.
And
and jumping with a life jacket on. I've done that before. That's also a very bad idea.
Well, the worst is like if you jump off and like flip or something or do a twist or disorient yourself in some manner whatsoever, because like when you hit the water, I'm always like, which way is up? Which way should I swim?
Yeah. Where's what?
Do I swim to death or not?
Because what was it? Somebody dove. I remember Shake went down. Shake went down for way longer than we thought he should have. Because he didn't. He was
Cockmaster Shake.
Shake. He was going to jump, goes up to the edge, decides, oh no, I can't do this. And then slips.
Oh, right.
And then fell face first. And you just hear reverberating throughout the entire rock quarry.
Fuck.
Oh, fuck.
Is that
belly flop?
Is that on YouTube?
It should be.
I think Did MJ Link put that on YouTube?
I know he made like a remix of it.
That has to go on YouTube. We need it. Yeah, that was my favorite part because like all the
we don't
kids.
even say the rock quarry being what I guess might have been an old actual rock quarry, but Kentucky Lake now fills up the majority of it. So now it's a spot where kids cliff dive, I guess.
Kids of all ages.
Of all ages. And it's tagged with spray paint and pictures and
The young at heart. There's
like
a Batman
that, so.
symbol someone spray painted
Somewhere,
up there.
yeah.
That's neat.
But who's your daddy? It's too hard to be daddy. But I guess maybe it's supposed to be. Maybe that's how the game's supposed to play out.
If you do online matchmaking, it's almost impossible to play a game as the baby because everybody wants to play as the baby. You get to choose, which I think is which I think kind of sucks because it's like if I wanted to play last night after you weren't able to, I had to play as the daddy because if I selected baby, I would wait for like 10 minutes. I would get into a game, and then I guess the other person realized, oh shit, I'm daddy, and they would exit the game. So it's like every game I got into as the baby was just like, well, this game is over. And I love when the dad leaves because it says your daddy has abandoned you.
Your daddy has abandoned you. So that's why that'll be my good gaming karma. I'll just log on tonight and just click be the daddy
Just play
on
as-
random online match and just sit there.
Yeah, I like it.
Just do that over and over and over again. People think, oh man, I'm so good at this. Dad can't even find me.
God, set up a bot. Set up a daddy bot. So you just kind of walk around upstairs. I forgot to mention one of my favorite things. I can't remember if we found the strange rubber object in
the
Mommy
dildo
and
in the
Daddy's
nightstand.
Yes,
I knew it was there. That's why when you were following me, I went over there and opened the nightstand drawer.
I had so much fun playing with random people online. Like when I was daddy and I was bitter, like, oh, this motherfucker's the baby. The first thing I would do is go to the bedroom, open the drawer, grab the dildo, and then just dangle it over the baby the entire time. Like, you're gonna win. It's fine, but I am gonna hit you with the dildo the entire way.
Do you have any achievements?
No, I don't. Do you have any achievements?
I guess
I didn't know this game had them. It's a Steam game, so I assume that it
Big
did.
Daddy.
Big Daddy.
And you win a game as daddy.
Or how about this? I like Big Daddy, which makes me think of course, BioShock, which makes me
or
think
the Adam Sandler classic.
Oh man, I haven't seen Big Daddy.
Oh, really?
I haven't seen Big
Okay.
Daddy. Is he big in it?
He's Adam Sandler sized.
Is he a daddy in it?
Not by choice.
So neither of the things in the title are true of the movie.
It's true, yeah.
I
You're
can't
right,
go
it's
see
totally
a movie
false.
that's constructed on lies, Tyler. I refuse. BioShock makes me think of Rapture, which makes me think of underwater. So how about Big Daddy is a game that you win as the daddy when you're in the pool, when you're underwater in the pool.
All good things flow through here.
We paid $1 for it. It was totally worth it.
Yeah, I'm sure it was.
It's regularly $5 on Steam. I don't know if that's worth it. It's weird.
I don't think it's worth $5.
I would have paid $5 to play with you. Like I would pay $5 to play
You can do
this
that
game
right
with you.
now. A game
yeah.
with me.
But I wouldn't pay $5 to play with random people on the internet.
Yeah.
The glitches are fun. The glitches might be worth $5 because at one point, like there are more fun glitches than me being stuck in the wall. There's one where like I crouched down as daddy and something weird happened in the game to where I like my body morphed and like I'm like walking around on all fours with my head forward as the daddy. So I look like I went into baby form, but I'm daddy. Like to the point where like my opponent, the guy who was playing the baby was like, what the fuck is going on? Like he said that in chat. And I'm like, I don't know, baby, but you're going to die. My favorite part playing with you last night was I'm all over the place and I apologize.
No.
I just keep thinking
This
of
game
things.
is all over the place.
I laughed my ass off when I was playing as the baby. You were playing as the daddy. I went outside and I turned around. You're chasing me with a knife.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh shit. And then I took the knife away from you
Yep.
and I stabbed you with it. I don't know if that actually hurt you or anything.
It didn't. I didn't see that you did that.
But it gave me the option of stabbing you with it. So I stabbed you twice with it and then ran away. I was trying to cut your ankles so you couldn't chase me anymore.
Is there a cut Daddy's Achilles tendon?
So, yes, man, this game. And it's so funny. Like, the graphical glitches are hilarious because, like, there is the crazy clipping in this game. Like, I've had so much fun just like the baby will open the door and I'm playing daddy and I'll just shut the door. And now the baby's halfway in and halfway out the closed door. Like, it is not unusual just to see half of a baby somewhere in the game because, like, the clipping is set up in a really weird manner. So the clipping errors are all over the place. There's a jester's hat. Did you know that you can customize your baby or your daddy?
Yeah, I saw that. I started to put the trilby on the baby with sunglasses.
Yeah,
but
I prefer the top hat personally. Very classy. I love that the glasses option because you can choose glasses or hat. There's only one glasses option, and that's sunglasses. There's a few different hats to choose from, and one of them is like this jester hat. And I had this graphical glitch where it's like it was just redrawing itself constantly, so it looked like the Venom symbiote was like raging uncontrollably on top of the baby's head. So the game is really dumb, but it's really like fun dumb.
Yeah.
And I do think it's worth $5 if you have a day just to fuck around with a friend with it.
Yeah,
I don't think it's worth it if you're just playing with
It'd be
random
fun if
people.
we could both stream it at the same time.
Yes.
That would be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
I've had fun today.
Yeah.
I've had fun. And I had fun playing this game. I had fun talking about we didn't talk about how we would kill ourselves if we were babies. I feel like that would have been appropriate, but that's okay. It's probably a little dark. If you were to give this game a pair of beards, you got to give it two beards.
2 beards.
If you were to give this game a pair of beards, well, one for daddy, one for baby.
Oh, okay.
What kind of beards would you give it?
I would have to give this beard. Oh man,
A man beard. That's a good one.
because a beard,
Afterbirth.
a pie. It's
Oh,
not that bad.
a pie crust filled with afterbirth. The ceremonial pie that you eat after your first son is born.
All right, here's gonna be here's my weird beard. It's the beard that you get if you were. Okay, let me preface this
Okay,
first.
please.
I was watching on
Take
YouTube,
me on a journey.
and these clips are legitimately funny. If you look up like worst Family Feud,
Have you heard of Faces of Death?
it's so good. Watch that and bum fights interspersed in between, so good. But watching like the best of like the stupidest people on Family Feud.
Yeah, I've seen those compilations.
Yeah.
It's hard for me not to say the word compilations because I watch so much.
Too much porn.
Yeah.
But I watched a lot of those the other day, and there was one like name. It wasn't something you bury in your backyard, but name something that you eat.
My butt.
Well, the woman said placenta, and if Steve Harvey just like does his Steve Harvey like drops the mic, like walks around like, what are you saying? What are you
It
doing?
was on the fucking board, wasn't it?
No, it wasn't. No. The ones where he does it, it's on the board are pretty good.
I know. I love that. I could watch those compilations like any fucking day of the week.
So then I was immediately thinking, I'd have to give it, if you were a glitchy placenta beard, if you were to have to eat the placenta from the baby before
Yeah.
you have to watch it.
Okay.
So a placenta beard.
I think they should do an expansion of this game where it happens right at the time of birth. Or like
As soon as you pop out,
like
you
the
run to
baby,
the hospital.
like the baby spawns from in between two
Oh,
legs
man.
and just like fires out, and it just takes place in the hospital
God,
instead of the house.
That would be good. You're 100% right. That'd be good.
And then like one of the items could be the umbilical cord where you could like lasso the baby with it. Come on, devs, hire me. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
first of all, I need your second beard, and then I need a pair of glasses.
I guess the other beard would be let's see, something more childlike. Eating a vat of pudding face first. A chocolate pudding beard.
Okay. The classic double dare.
With bleach
Double dare
in it, so
beard.
you kill yourself, I guess. There you go.
Bleach pudding.
It's trap pudding.
My favorite.
Bleach pudding.
My favorite English cooking. Bleach pudding. Tyler,
Yes, Dave.
that was good. Thank you for coming up with two beards. If you were to give this game a pair of glasses that sums up how you feel about it, what kind of glasses would you give it?
I've only got one option: sunglasses.
Sunglasses, you do. You're
Yeah,
right. You
that's
do
the-
only
that's the
have
only
one
thing,
option.
that's
I bet you're fucking glad I didn't ask you for two.
Yep.
Because you would have been shit. out of luck.
Eyeballs with no
Just eyeballs.
just eyeballs. No, like what are these things that I lower over my eyeballs when I blink? Dave?
The eyelids.
Eyelids. Thank you.
The eye covers.
My eye blankets.
The Venetian blind lids. Can we stop a moment to talk about the baby's eyes for just a second? Because I feel like they're worth mentioning. Because the baby's eyeballs look like outie belly buttons that are white and on the baby's face. Like where eyes would go. That's like what it looks like. I also feel like I should have mentioned that this game was by Evil Tortilla Games. I don't think that was in the Wikipedia entry. Normally
yeah.
it is. So I want to give that developer credit for making this game that I feel like is TADPOG, the game, kind of, where it's like, well, it's a little rough around the edges and it's kind of dark at times, but at the same time, it's fun if you do it with a friend.
I want to see the Tadpog mod to this game where it's me and you, and
Oh, man.
the game is just to try to catch each other masturbating, and you have to.
Oh, and we're both babies, by the way. So I'll go ahead and get on the horn with Evil Tortilla Games and see if they'll make a mod, the hospital mod, the birthday mod, and then the Tyler and Dave catch each other masturbating mod. So what would the items be? Like instead of cabinet locks, like what you just like.
DDoS attacks.
Yeah, you disconnect the router. Which it's like, okay, so it's still okay. So you can still complete it. It just takes longer. Now your timer is longer because you got to like use your imagination. I like this. So like every bit of smut that you find and destroy in the house makes the bar that much longer. And then you've got to find a quiet place to do it. Man.
Or do you turn the heat up really high in the house?
Yeah.
So
Oh yeah.
take away all surfaces where you could lay down.
Call your mom on speakerphone.
This would be a good game.
I do. I like this game. I like this Tadpog game. Anybody listening out there, are you able to work in the Unity engine? Do you feel like you could make a game on the same caliber as Who's Your Daddy? We got Patreon money now. We can pay you in small increments each month. Fuck that. Let's go to Kickstarter with it.
Yeah, I'm down.
Let's just take the audio that we just recorded and just throw
That's
it
our
up on
pitch.
Kickstarter.
That's it.
That's it. That's all. And it's like, how much money are you raising? $2 million.
What we get is not refunded. So
No. Yeah, this isn't an all or nothing thing. So we need to go Indiegogo because I think you get to keep whatever you raise there, even if you don't meet the goal.
Oh man.
So I don't understand why people aren't constantly like, $12 billion. That's how much it's going to cost us to make this.
Flappy Bird
art.
2.
Yeah. Electric Boogaloo.
Oh. Do you want to take some calls?
I would love to take some
Let's
calls.
take some calls.
Are we done? Are we done with Who's Your Daddy?
I think so.
I feel like we're done. And we pitched a much better game. Sorry.
That's true.
Sorry, Evil Tortilla
Yeah.
Games. You made a really good game, but we just pitched a better one. Can the game that we just created, can it be called What You Doing In There?
Yeah.
And it has to be doing. It can't be doing. It's like
DOIN apostrophe.
And it has to be what you doing in there. Maybe buddy. That's the expansion pack. What you doing in there, buddy? All right. Here is the first call.
Make all the food crackers so you just have dry mouth.
Here's the first call. This is from 361. God, I love this idea we've come up with.
Hey, Tyler and Dave, this is Shane from South Texas, and I've been listening to your show for not that long, but I'm actually opening a restaurant very soon. and I've been listening to your show because I got nothing to do but clean the goddamn thing. 'Cause, it's terrible. So I had a couple of questions for you guys. First was Sears catalog. We talked about Dragon X to the Sears catalog, and is there any correlation or relation to the Dr. Realtor kind of porn that's going on? Hey, see what you see. Also, Legacy of Kain games. Is it a poor man's Castlevania? I feel like it has a great story. There's 5 games. It's good to go. Next is if you were to take all your guest hosts and put them into Shadow of the Colossus characters, who would they be? First, I think, would be the giant. The first one would be the giant because the giant is Saint Jack because meh, and you move on. The second would be that skunk in the auditorium. I think that's going to be Jacob York because he's slightly annoying and he get a big amphitheater. And for Jake, I have to say tomorrow and tomorrow and tomorrow. Life is but a walking shadow, a poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage, told by an idiot full of sound and fury. Number 3, I think, is the horse, which is Meg. She's the crazy horse. You think it's easy, but then she comes and stomps your world and fucks you up.
What is
Number
going
4,
on?
I think, is Josh, who's the top guy. Keeps it as solid 6 because he's hard and crazy to do. Number 5, I think, is the water crow, which is, Nicole, obviously, because dark wings, dark words.
Okay.
And number 6 is Sean Miller because, you have to chase him down, and then Wild Hog sounds like a good time, and the rest of the wilderness sounds like fun. Anyway, thank you guys for doing what you do. Love what you do. Thank you, and y'all have a good night. Couple popcorn.
Thanks for calling.
Thank you,
wow.
Shane.
I can't tell you how weird it is. Like, I laugh because, like, I've never heard, like, a more point-blank statement than because he's annoying.
Because he's annoying and in a theater.
Like, that fucking blindsided me.
Yep.
I have a feeling the next time Jacob is on the show, you might be put on blast, my friend.
Yep. But neither of us have played Shadow of the Colossus. It's on our list. We want to. We've heard things about it. I have the remake on PS3. Like, I need to do it. I just haven't. I
haven't either. I don't know. I can't remember what the other questions were
I don't
either because I was so blown away. It's always a weird experience to hear a listener talk about the guest host because there are friends that they've been our friends for a long time. So it's kind of like, and it's like anyone listening, obviously they're not friends with the guest host. So it's like they have this like completely fresh and weird perspective on the person because it's like they only know like Josh, Nicole, and Jacob through the show. Like they don't know like them as, everyone's pretty much themselves on the show, but it's like it's like a 2-dimensional kind of look at that person kind of deal. This is me backpedaling from like laughing so hard at that.
But thank you, Shane.
Yeah.
I think they're, because he said there was a question, and I didn't understand the question, then the second one sounded like commentary.
There were a bunch of questions
So
in there.
I'm sorry, Shane, I got lost in everything with your commentary on Shadow of the Colossus.
Legacy of Kain, he mentioned, which I haven't played. Have you? I know you're you're more into that genre.
I
right?
watched Josh play a ton of that, but that's it. I owned Soul Reaver, but that's one of those games where I started, someone else wanted to play it, and then they played it, and I just forgot about it.
I can't remember his first question.
I don't either, so sorry, Shane.
Yeah.
Should have made such a good ending with the Shadow of the Colossus.
We're sorry. Wow, yeah, I got blindsided there. All right, we got time for another call?
Yeah.
All right, here is one from 757. I think that this is our beloved Adam.
What's up, TADPOG? It's your beloved Adam. Just wanted to thank you for keeping the phone icon on my iPhone active. Outside of your sweet voicemails, I don't use it very much, so thanks for giving it some love.
You're welcome.
Personal message to your boy Ryan. Good luck catching up to my love status for Tadpog. You go away for a couple months and call back twice and think you're going to overtake my throne of an all-call show.
Coming back with a right cross.
I'm really glad that other people are calling in a lot, so it was very refreshing to hear Ryan's voice And I do hope he continues to call more. And maybe him and I can be the brothers of TADPOG Thunder. I'll get that tattooed somewhere on my body if he was willing to do that as well. Maybe on each one of our butt cheeks, like half and half, kind of like a best friends thing. That way, when we're both, I guess, naked together, butt to butt, it'll say the brothers of TADPOG Thunder.
All right, I'm going to pause this for a second, Tyler, because you said ass to ass, which gave me the best idea ever. What if
They both shared a double-ended.
Yeah, hear me out. That sounds crazy. But what if Adam got a tattoo of one of our faces on his butt, with the mouth being, the no-no hole, and then Ryan got the other face tattooed on his butt with the mouth being the no-no hole, and then when they go ass to ass, it's like we're Lady and the Tramp eating spaghetti.
Put a 2-foot long in between it. They slowly.
Yeah. While a crowd of businessmen cheer and throw money on their naked, glistening bodies. They're not doing this for drugs either. They're doing it for the stupid show that we do.
The most heated part of that would be deciding whose face goes on whose butt.
Oh, do you think so?
Yeah.
I
not doing the act.
No.
They deciding on whose face.
I like to think that the biggest obstacle is like, well, who's going to pay for these tattoos?
No, clearly we're going to pay for the tattoos. That's fine. We'll get it all back from the businessmen after the show. So that's fine.
That's a good use of Patreon money. If anyone listening out there would like to do this, don't fucking tell us about it. I don't want to know. Man, that was some... I wonder, is your company still over here and heard all that? I hope not. Well, I'm not going to be able to leave this room until everyone in the house is gone.
I've been getting text messages about running commentary, so...
Oh, no. All right, well, cool. There's the grossest thing you've heard all day. Person in the other room. All right, sorry, I'm going to unpause.
I like this. I like this idea a whole lot. I enjoyed the last 2 X-Men episodes. Every time I think of the X-Men arcade, I think of MagFest. Because at MagFest, anytime you're walking through the halls, you'll hear somebody do the Colossus call. And, that's kind of exciting, and it'll chain through the whole hotel. It's pretty cool. And I remember having the X-Men game on Sega Genesis, and I wanted to like it so bad, but it's just so difficult.
It's not great.
To make that game fun.
It's not great.
And I appreciate your guys' conversations about it. And would love to hear more X-Men talk in the future couple other games that y'all are going to do. And just wanted to call and see how you guys were doing. And, what'd you eat for breakfast today? All right. Well, I love you the most. Bye.
Damn, ending it. Like going out, like dropping the mic.
Oh, by the way, Ryan.
Yeah, exactly.
Game over.
Yeah, we can be brothers. We can share the love. Oh, and the very end, fuck you, motherfucker. I love him the most. What'd you have for breakfast today, Tyler?
Chinese food.
That's a good breakfast. I had scrambled eggs with turkey, jalapeno, onions mixed in there. It was good.
Pretty good.
It's not an omelet, but I mean...
No, breakfast scramble. It's good. It's good.
That's
I'm
right.
with you.
What do you think? How are we doing on time?
We got another one. Yeah, we got plenty of time.
Adam called back. Let's see what he's got to say.
What's up, TADPOG? It's your beloved Adam. March 30th, 11/18. I'm closing tonight, so I'm going to meet a friend for lunch at a place called the Cheese Shop. I don't know if I prefer them to have more than cheese or only cheese. I'm kind of in the middle right now, so...
It's not just cheese.
To finish your curry episode. I will say I'm a little sad that through deductive reasoning and logical thought, Tyler, with his culinary degree, couldn't have determined what dippy eggs were without having to look it up online.
Come on, that's a weird phrase.
Because, if you and I were together watching a movie and you wanted a little Reginald Johnson, I'd be down. So I'm okay with overlooking, little things like that.
Because dippy in French, that does mean, liquid for bread to be dipped in.
Oh, dippé. Dippé eggs.
Of mine to talk future life things. So I'll throw it out to you guys, even though I'll have to make a decision before I hear back from you anyway. I'm in a current job. It's a retail job right now, and I make about $13 an hour. It's easy. I like it, and I'm really good at it. and there's an opportunity for me to move up into a management position with the company. But I know that my long-term goal is not to be in retail, and I'd like to be doing something more rewarding with my life. And I also know that I'm probably 6 to 9 to 12 months away from being able to be in an opportunity where I'd be doing what I would want to be doing. So the question I'm debating is, do I take a job with more responsibility, with the chance of $1 or $2 more of pay, and the opportunity to work in management that looks good on a resume for another year, or do I just stick it out doing my job, making my money without all the responsibilities, and just get out whenever I can get out? So I guess that's kind of vague, but I don't know. What are your thoughts? Have you been in a situation where you had a promotion opportunity but weren't sure if you should take it because it may not be a job you want to do for a long haul, or did you just take it, looked out for number one, and called it a day? Would love to hear from you guys, and are either one of you circumcised? Love you.
That's a good question. I feel like we've covered that before.
Yep.
I am.
Yep.
I am cut.
Yep.
As I know that you are, Tyler.
Mm-hmm.
So it sounds like, based on the fact,
Although if I have a son one day, I do not want to circumcise him.
well, sure,
I imagine it will be a debate, but my personal preference is to not.
you shouldn't. You should hire a professional to do it.
Yep.
Because you don't want to botch it.
I know you can do a lot of things with the X-Acto knife and YouTube, but still.
Yeah, I've learned a lot of things. I practice on a lot of garden hoses. It's clear to me that I'm hoping, I'm crossing my fingers that Ryan would be the one to get my face tattooed on his butt. Because if beloved Adam is willing to give you a Reginald Johnson, that's
it's
a
pretty
big deal.
pretty devout.
That's a big deal.
Yeah.
So he's clearly in the I'm getting a tattoo of Tyler's face on my butt camp.
Okay. So we've decided for you. There you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
As far as his situation goes, why not take the job of management and still get out when your better opportunity presents itself?
Well, that's one of his options. But it's a matter of, like, does he want to take on that responsibility in the meantime? Or does he want to continue having less responsibilities?
No, I say take it and get the money, and then just keep working. Take on the responsibility. Fine. I guess I need more information about why couldn't you have more responsibilities and still do what you want to do later? I mean, go ahead and make more money while you can and get the management experience, and then just quit when the better thing comes along.
I disagree. I say stick with the job. Like, if you've got something coming up in maybe 12 months, man, I have taken jobs before just for the money, and it fucking sucks. Like, to the point where I have been offered jobs from companies I've worked for before previously have said, hey, we've got a job if you want it. It pays this much money. And I look at it, I'm like, wow, that's a good amount of money. But I was miserable the entire time that I was there. And I don't want to do it. I don't want to deal with that stress again.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. That's like a really personal question. I don't think, clearly we haven't answered your question.
You might be able to go back. You know, if it's like this manager thing is not working out for me, I'd like my old position back.
Yeah. Or here's a third option. Consider this. Learn Unity. Become moderately good at it.
Yeah.
And then take this.
Not even moderately good at it.
Yeah.
Just adept enough.
Yeah. And then take what you're doing in there and run with it.
Yeah.
We'll go in this together.
We'll split it with you 30-70.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
I think it's pretty good.
All right.
That's pretty good.
Thanks for calling, Adam. Good to hear from you again, buddy.
Yeah.
Even if you're in Tyler, even if you're having Tyler's face tattooed on your butt,
Yeah.
not mine. I get it. I understand.
So thanks for listening, everybody. You can find the show on iTunes, SoundCloud, and Stitcher. So don't miss the next episode. Since we're doing Jacob's wedding, the next episode will be in all calls.
Right.
Because we don't want to give...
We're phoning it in.
Yeah. Phoning it in because we don't want to give the digital trends list short thrift.
Yeah.
Short thrift. I think it's short shrift. We don't want to. We want to give Echo the Dolphin its due and not rush it. So all calls episode.
And I think that's fair. I think that's acceptable. We haven't done an all calls in a while.
It's been a while. You know what we still need? Please.
Tattoo money.
Tattoo money and iTunes reviews.
All right.
148, and there's another review we want to sort of just bump off. So if anybody just get on there.
Anyone.
Give us a 5-star iTunes written review. If there's a guest host you want for an episode, a game you want us to play, a Patreon request, whatever it is, include that in your review, and we promise we will get to that eventually.
Don't worry, guys. Like Tyler said, we're going to be back. We're going to be talking about all your crazy kooky calls and text messages as we do our all calls show.
Yeah.
And then we'll talk about Echo Dolphin later. So if you want to do your research on Echo the Dolphin so you can correct us when we do our show, you've got like a full week to do it. In the meantime, you can always find us at tadpog.com. That's where the show notes live. I'll have a link there to Time of the Season if you'd like to hear the song that Tyler criminally has not heard in his entire existence. It's a really good song. It's a really good song. I think that your life could benefit from hearing it. So there'll be a link to that. If I can find the Al Capone Festival, hopefully I can find footage from the Al Capone Festival. I'll post that. I might even have an Amazon link to a squiggle pen. You can buy 4 of those and just jam them right on up your no-no hole.
Yeah.
So
or
lots of
your
good
yes
reasons.
hole, depending on
yeah.
what your yum is.
And possibly the hole.
Was it the hole?
It's fine. Yeah, I'm indifferent.
Or the Josh Nance keep it a 6 hole.
The indifferent hole. So you can also find us on facebook.com/tadpog. There's a lot of cool people there doing a lot of cool shit. Thanks for commenting on there, listeners. That's amazing. I like hearing what you have to say, even if they are corrections sometimes, because we done goofed a whole bunch. Turns out Technosoft does have a Wikipedia entry. Tony pointed this out. Impresario Tony pointed this out. In my defense, it did not link off of the game page. So the link, there was no link. So I just assumed
didn't hyperlink it.
Yeah, I did not do my proper research that I should have. I admit that. But Tony, thanks for pointing out that Technosoft does in fact have a Wikipedia entry. And Tyler, I also wanted to apologize to you because you were 100% correct in saying that they were defunct. Granted, I feel like that's a really easy guess.
I mean, all these companies from the 90s that we still haven't heard of.
You can also find us on Twitter. We are at @tadpog_podcast. It's cumbersome, I realize. Big thank you. Big ups to everybody on Twitter who is retweeting us, especially our episode announcements, because that helps spread the word. Another great thing is I hear people telling me that they're telling their friends about the show through like actual meat space physical means, like they're opening their mouth and their voice is coming out to someone next to them and they're saying, hey, listen to this show. So if you're doing that, thank you. That's amazing. That's like the best thing we could possibly ask for is for you to actually give a recommendation to a friend who might enjoy us talking about buttholes for the most point.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, most
There's
of the time.
been more butthole talk this episode than
Oh
has been in a
yeah, this has
while.
been a strong one.
Yeah.
Strong. When it rains, it pours, my friend. You can call us if you want. If you want to be on our all call show or at the end of our episodes, you can call us at 270-883-2555. Try to keep the calls under 3 minutes. And if you text us, I promise I'll fuck it up when I read it on the show. We do have a Patreon. You can find that at patreon.com/tadpog. Thank you very, very much to those people who donate. And to show our appreciation, we try to do a bonus. We don't try to do. We do a bonus episode each month, which is exclusive to Patreon donors. That's available for just $1 a month, as little as $1 a month, I should say. So if you're interested in donating there and getting some bonus content, you can do that at patreon.com/tadpog. Big, huge thank you to those who already donate. It's going to give us the tattoo money that we desperately need for Adam and Ryan. I want to specifically thank Brett Miller, who just recently upped his pledge. So, Brett, thank you. We appreciate it.
If you want to send us something to try, if there's a game you want us to play on and bump it up the list, pretty much applies to people that we don't see regularly. So if you're if you're a friend of ours, like we would call you a personal friend, and you send us something, Yeah, you're a personal friend. It's all right, fine. You're already a friend. I mean, that may or may not be bumped up the list. But if you're a stranger we don't know and you send us a game, that's gonna get up there a lot quicker. So, if there's a game you want us to play and we don't know you enough that we can cast aside the obligation, send something like that to TADPOG Studios, TADPOG Studios, care of Nicole Nance, P.O. Box 3785, Paducah, Kentucky 42002.
Perfect.
We have an Instagram, TADPOG_podcast.
Yes.
And our theme song is Moves Off Sycamore Drive. Link to that track from the show notes at tadpog.com.
We're on Twitch. Just search for Tadpog. You'll find us. I've been trying to stream the Genesis games on there. And in the meantime, I've been streaming Final Fantasy XIV. I really do think that at some point in the very near future, might be today, I will have a stream called Monster Toss All Day, Every Day.
Yeah.
Which is probably going to be a 5-hour session of me playing basketball inside Final Fantasy XIV.
I think it's pretty good. I think that's pretty good. How you want to close this out, Dave?
That's a great question. I guess one of us should be a daddy and the other should be a baby.
Okay. No, we won't say who.
All right. So we could end up we're both babies. I have a feeling.
Or we're both daddies.
Yeah, or both. No, let's not face it. I mean, come on.
So until next time. I
didn't say anything.
Yeah, it's your baby. Yeah, I was adult from Peanuts.
Yes, I picked
So
up on
there you
that.
go.
Yeah, I was a slow Wookiee.
So until next time.
Wait. Hold on.
Yeah, hold
I want to make sure that the world knows that Galen also has a Facebook page.
Oh,
that
yeah.
they can-
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, she won like an award.
She won an award.
Yeah, I did.
Galen, what award did you win?
I won the Susie Bass Award for Best Actress in a Musical for Mary Poppins at the Aurora Theater.
Shit, yeah.
I've seen pictures.
Where can they like your Facebook page, Galen?
Facebook.com/Galen C.
Galen C.
We'll have that in the show notes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Josh voice.
All right.
Yeah,
Okay.
classic.
Josh voice singing
Okay.
in the style of Mary Poppins.
I'm gonna do Josh as Dick Van Dyke.
Okay. That's good.
All right.
So until next time. Tropical Capricorn.